Faith.
I'm Hope.
And I'm Roger.
And we are the Harmony Sisters.
No, we're the Harmony Twins.
No, plus one.
Plus two, nearly. And we are going to sing you our latest single.
It hasn't been released yet.
I don't think it ever should be.
It is about how we should all trust one another.
Actually, it's more about harmony.
Hope, it's about how we should trust one another.
Let's just sing the goddamn song, shall we?
Wouldn't it be wonderful if we all lived in harmony? Harmony. Everything needs everything. Yes, and everyone needs everyone. Everybody into love, like land, like sky, like water, like earth, like rock. Touching, holding, caring, sharing. We must trust her, 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 harmony, harmony. Everything needs everyone, yes, and everyone needs everything. Everybody into a turn, like babies, like rabbits, like heads, like feet, like soft, feeling, touching, holding, caring, sharing. We must trust her, we must trust her, we must trust her, we must trust her, we must trust harmony, harmony. Softly, 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 softly. You can almost hear the clinking of the universal chord. Ring-a-ding chime, ring-a-ding chime, ring-a-world. Solve the problems in yourself, and you solve the problems of the earth. Like God, like Einstein, like me, like hell, like birds, beginning, living, spinning, giving, winning. We must trust her, we must trust her, we must trust her, we must trust her, we must trust, our bond.
This is Linda. She's 54. She lives in Shoreditch in East London. Linda's husband Dave works for a local plumbing company. They've been married for 18 years. Linda is a keen follower of snooker and enjoys cooking for friends. She's also a member of the royal family.
He abdicated in 1936, all that shenanigans with Wallace Simpson, but that wasn't his first inappropriate affair, nor, come to think of it, his first crack at abdication.
His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales shows again his keen interest in the welfare of the working classes in a visit to London's East End. He takes time for a cup of tea with a local family. And turns a cuppa into an unscheduled stopover of an hour.
But it was not tea and cake that delayed the future King of England.
She's just shown in the back bedroom. No curtains or anything. When they just sort of got undressed. I mean, it all happened quite naturally. She put a fresh sheet on and in they got. Nothing of it at the time.
I think as future king, he felt he had to get to know his people well, sometimes too well, particularly in that case.
On this occasion, Edward had unwittingly fallen in with the Tufnell family, one of the most feared households of the old East End. Billy Tufnell, known as Billy the Vicar, due to his skill in extracting confessions. Blind Bobby Tufnell, his twin, left sightless after a boyhood accident involving a vat of eels. And Rita Tufnell, their sister, who kept house, cooked, darned, and specialized in high-caliber firearms.
She ruled them with a rod of iron. A rod of iron. And sometimes with a revolver.
And the Prince Regent seems most amused by his encounter with working life.
Edward was indeed amused. Something in the charm of this ordinary East End woman had touched his heart. Something in the dark beauty of Rita Tufnell had begun to bridge the gap between royalty and organised crime.
He was back the next day, weren't he? Of course, the neighbours were curious. They wanted to know why there was a coach and four out front. But she told them to put up or shut up. Him and her, they were just being social.
In the weeks that followed, Edward discovered that he and the Tufnells had much in common in the way of recreation. On shooting parties like this, they too would employ beaters to flush out the game. Then they would have their sport. A whole series of invitations followed during that summer. Rita went to Henley and Ascot. Edward enjoyed a mash and liquor jamboree in Margate. Soon, to the surprise of polite society, Rita Tufnell had become his almost constant companion.
She loved the balls and the parties and the dancing. Mind, she had a lot of trouble from the knobs, like. The things they made her do.
Yes, well, the presence of that particular lady at official events created rather a problem. You see, because she was a commoner, protocol dictated that she couldn't sit at Edward's right unless she had a fresh salmon on her head.
Their affair was now plainly serious. In August, Edward made an overt declaration of his intent.
Dearest R, you have been on my mind ever since Sunday in Southend. The sweetest girl a boy could want. How do you feel about a bit of a bash at Westminster Abbey? It involves some ruling of the nation, etc. later on, but you could still put your milk bottles on the table. Ever yours, E.
Rita accepted without hesitation.